So, hey everyone, welcome to this amazing channel. Today, we are going to run local GPT on our local system, ensuring 100% privacy of data. This guide will be specifically for Windows PC users, and we'll address any potential errors that might arise during the process and show how to overcome them. Okay, so let's get started. But before, if you are looking for a website where you can get all the latest news plus the latest AI tools, you can explore our website called simplifyai.in. Here, you can find things like AI-related magazines, a dedicated section only for trending AI tools, courses, and webinars. I will provide the link in the description for your convenience. So first, we have to install Miniconda on our system so that we can create a virtual environment and manage packages. First, search for Miniconda in your browser and open the first link. I will also provide a link for your convenience. Here, you will find 3 installation options for various operating systems such as Mac OS and Linux. We are going with the Windows installer, so click on Download the installer. Afterwards, scroll down and click on Miniconda 3 Windows 64-bit. This will start the downloading process. Once it downloads to your system, go to your desktop and open the File Explorer. Navigate to your Downloads folder where our Miniconda file was downloaded. Double-click to start the installation process. Click on Next, then click on I agree. For this, we are going with the first option. Click on Next. If you want, you can change the destination folder location, then click on Next. Afterwards, we have different options. Tick all the boxes and click OK. Finally, click on Install. It will take some time to install completely. After this, click on Finish. Now, to check if it is successfully installed or not, go to your Windows search and type Anaconda. Pin it to your taskbar for easy access. Double-click to open. For validation, we are using the basic Conda command like Conda list, then hit enter. This command is used in the Conda package manager to display a list of installed packages in the currently active Conda environment. After successfully installing Miniconda, our next step is to install the local GPT repository from GitHub. Simply type local GPT into your browser and open the link associated with Prompt Engineer. For your convenience, I will provide all the necessary links and commands in the description. In the About section of the repository, it clearly mentions that you can chat with your documents on your local device, ensuring that no data leaves your system, thereby guaranteeing 100% privacy. If you scroll down, you will find comprehensive information about local GPT. Some of the features highlighted include privacy and embedding of your data, which is the main aim of local GPT. There are also technical details provided, such as the use of ChromaDB for the vector database and LangChain as the framework for connecting the LLM to other entities. You will get all the details about local GPT from this repo. Now, scroll back up and you will see a button labeled Code. Click on it, and below it, there is an option to download the repository as a zip file. Click to download this repo as a zip file. The file is only 3.5 megabytes. Okay, after downloading the zip file, locate it on your system and unzip it. Right-click on the zip file and select Extract All. Then click on Extract, and it will start unzipping the file. This is our main file containing all the modules related to running local GPT. Double-click to open the folder. Inside, you will see all the necessary files. To make it easier to access through our terminal, I will rename the folder by simply removing the main word. Now, I will place this folder on my desktop for easy access. On the right side, you can see a notepad where all the steps are written. Our first step is to set up a virtual environment to install all the dependencies. For this, open your Conda terminal and write the command conda create-n then your virtual environment name. In my case it is GPT, then Python 3.10, click enter. It will starting creating new virtual environment. Type Y to proceed. Okay, our virtual environment has been created, and now we need to activate it. First, I will clear the screen using CLS command. Now type conda activate followed by your environment name, which in our case is GPT. Hit enter. Now we are inside our GPT environment, as you can see. Next, we need to navigate to our local GPT folder, which is located on the desktop. We will use the cd command to change the present working directory. First, we will go to the desktop, and then we will navigate to our local GPT folder. Alright, now we are going to install all the packages required to run our local GPT. Instead of installing them one by one, we can simply use one command to install all the packages at once. Just type pip install -r requirements.txt. It starts installing all the requirements. Now, many of you may encounter an error during the installation process. This error often occurs when trying to install Python packages that require C compilation. To resolve this, we need to download and install the Microsoft C+ build tools. To download those tools, kindly open the link named Visual Studio. After that, click on Download Build Tools. It will download instantly. Now open the X file and click on Continue. The installation will start and will take a few seconds. It will show an update for Visual Studio Build Tools. Let me update it first. It will start installing. After it is installed, go to the Available section. In the Available section, navigate to Visual Studio Professional 2022 and click on Install. Now, there is one important thing to note: you only need to install the workloads that are not already installed on your system. If all these components are already installed, you can skip this download. If not, just tick all the boxes and install them. After completing this process, restart your system. Okay, now I have restarted my system, and we are ready to go. First, I open my Conda terminal, then I activate the virtual environment we created. Next, I navigate to my local GPT folder using the cd command. We need to run the pip install requirements command again. It starts installing the packages, and now you can see we are not facing any errors this time. Now we proceed with the ingestion process. To do this, type python ingest.py. This file is present inside our local GPT folder. The ingestion process involves importing data or documents from the source documents folder. In this case, our document is an ochre paper PDF. The data is split into small chunks or pieces of a definite size. Afterwards, we perform vector embedding on these chunks, which means converting the text into high-dimensional vectors. These vector embeddings are then processed and stored in our vector database, which is ChromaDB. For the embedding process, we require a sentence transformer, which will be installed automatically. As you see, these are the weights of our sentence transformer, which are about 1.34 GB. Let me open my task manager to monitor CPU usage. The embedding process typically utilizes 70 to 80% of the CPU and 20% of the GPU. Okay, as I told you, we import the document from our source documents folder and process it to our DB folder. Let me show you those folders. First, I go inside my local GPT folder. Inside it, we have our source documents folder. Currently, it contains the ochre paper PDF by default. It is important to note that you need to upload your document file inside the source documents folder if you want to chat with them. Also, after running the ingest.py command for the ochre paper PDF, you don't have to run that ingest command again for the same document because its embeddings are stored inside our DB folder and will be permanently stored until you delete them. Let's go to our DB folder where our vector embeddings of the document are stored. Inside this folder, we have our embeddings. The embeddings are stored in binary format. Now, there is only one command remaining to run our local GPT, but before this, I need to draw your attention to the constants.py file. Go inside the local GPT folder. And here you see a file named constants.py. Inside that file, we have different large language models. By default, it is using Llama 3 with 8 billion parameters, which is especially for the Apple Silicon chip. However, we are using a Windows laptop, which is not compatible with our system. So, for that, I just comment out that LLM model and uncomment the Llama 2 with 7 billion parameter model. You can use any other model from Hugging Face as well. Okay, let's go back to our terminal. Our last command is python run localgpt.py. This command will start installing the large language model to our local system. During installation, you might encounter an error like, could not import Llama CPP Python library. If you face this error, just install the Llama CPP Python library and rerun the localgpt.py command. The total size of our LLM model is around 4 GB. The installation of the LLM model can take some time depending on your network speed. After the model is installed, you can enter your query. For instance, I asked, "What is generative AI?" After some time, which depends on your hardware configuration, it responded with the answer. So, this is running on the terminal. You can also run it on localhost with a graphical user interface. Comment if you want a video on how to run it using EUI. That's it for today, where I showed you how to run local GPT without facing any errors. So, this is Simplify AI. And I hope you like this video, and if you want more video on latest advancement on AI around the globe, you can subscribe our channel for future updates.